Hello guys, Celtic Reviews, and yeah, I got to play the closed testing, and I actually get to talk about it. WB has finally lifted the NDA, so everyone who got to play it can finally talk about it and speak their mind on Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. And I gotta say, if you're not looking forward to this game, hopefully this video may convince you. If not, well, at least you would have taken the time to listen to it. Keep in mind, what I'm saying in this video as well is strictly my opinion. If you don't agree with what I say, please let me know down in the comments below in a respectful way, and I'll respond to you as quick as I can. But, unfortunately, I can't provide gameplay footage. That's the one thing they couldn't grant. We weren't allowed to record footage. I didn't record footage. I wanted to keep my NDA intact. That's why you didn't see a video from me. But, with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the things I loved and things I didn't really love in Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. First off, let's talk about the tone of the game. If there's one thing I can say, well, honestly, Rocksteady nails a lot of things, but tone is one of the bigger things they nail. If you go back and play any of the Arkham games, tonally those games are spot on, perfect. They feel like a Batman game, and that is a great feeling to have, especially for games like this. You know, where you're playing a already well-established intellectual property that already has their tone set up. With Batman, it's always been dark and gritty and violent. The Arkham games were that. You look at the Suicide Squad, it's over-the-top, comedic, bombastic, violent, and sometimes really fucking dark. This game is that. Rocksteady nailed the tone for this game. This game feels like a proper Suicide Squad game. If you're a Suicide Squad fan and you're looking for that good representation of the characters and the tone, this game is going to get you covered. Absolutely. Tonally, it's perfect. It's spot on. They knocked it out of the park. And not to mention, I will say this game does not hold punches. If you don't want to see your favorite heroes brutally killing people, this is not going to be the game for you. This game does not shy away from showing how sadistic Brainiac can be with the control he has over people. Showing our favorite heroes brutally killing civilians was honestly really shocking, especially to me, because I wasn't expecting them to actually go that far. You will see Batman kill people, you will see Superman kill people, you will see Green Lantern kill people, and you will see the Flash kill people. It gets brutal. And I'm happy this game doesn't really shy away from that. It doesn't shy away from showing how sadistic Brainiac can be. And that's what people are not understanding. People were complaining that, oh, I don't want to see my favorite hero killing people. They're under Brainiac's control. There's nothing they can do about it. So yeah, this game is very funny, but it can get very dark at times. Tonally, this game is amazing. The city itself, Metropolis, the map, it's well done except for one thing, which will be addressed in the negatives. Overall, the way this city looks, traversing it, is extremely fucking great. This is a perfect representation of what Metropolis is. It is a city of tomorrow. It is a bright and colorful and hopeful city. It is literally the sister city to Gotham. Literally. There are statues of Superman and Wonder Woman in the city. There is actually a street in the game that is dedicated to shops based on the heroes and merchandising sales. I'm not even fucking kidding, and it is fun to go explore that area. And there are even little Easter eggs to not only for Batman fans, but for Superman fans, Wonder Woman fans. There is a ton of Easter eggs involving not only Justice League, but even some unexpected DC characters, which I'm hoping to see in future post-launch content that I will not spoil. But that's a little dazzle for you right there. It was really cool exploring this city. It was really well built. The buildings are fun to traverse, like to jump from roof to roof and stuff and fight enemies. They did a really good job crafting Metropolis. And I gotta give a round of applause to them for creating a really well done Metropolis. Now let's get into the most important part of this game, the gameplay. This game being a live service, to me, the gameplay really has to be great. It has to keep players playing and stay invested. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has really great gameplay, at least to me. Now, let me just preface this by saying, if you're looking for another Arkham game, this game is not it. It may be set in the Arkham universe, but this game is not a Arkham game. This is a pure looter shooter based game set in the Arkhamverse. If you're not into looter shooters, you're probably not going to be into this game, unfortunately. And that sucks because I do think the shooting aspect, the actual gameplay is great. It's fast paced, fluid, the guns feel amazing to use. It's all great. But let's talk about, since this is a looter based game, let's talk about the loot. You know I'm a looter shooter fan. I love loot based games. I love loot in general. That's why I play shit like Diablo. Why I play shit like Borderlands and The Division and shit. Not so much Destiny. The loot in here, the best way I can explain it is Borderlands. This whole game, the best way I can explain it is actually a third-person Borderlands with a sprinkle of Destiny. That is the best way I can explain Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. The loot feels very much like Borderlands. When you get your guns, they're going to have different manufacturers, just like Borderlands. And these different manufacturers actually have different status effects, just like Borderlands. It's said in Borderlands they did different functions, like with Tidior, you mostly threw it like a grenade when you want to reload. Jacobs is faster you pull the trigger, the faster it shoots kind of thing, with the exception of a few legendaries. It's the same thing here, except they do different status effects. That's the best way I can explain it. It's really well done. It's fun to grind out loot in this game. Getting legendaries is actually pretty fun, because even if you get a legendary, it doesn't make you feel... It makes you feel stupidly overpowered, but they don't level gate it. Like, it's not level gated loot, which I'm really happy about. I'm super pleased about that, because that would have been mad annoying. The traversal in this game is fun as shit. Each squad member feels different to traverse Metropolis with. Deathshot has his jetpack. King Shark jumps around the city, like glides around and shit. It's pretty cool. Harley Quinn uses Batman's bat claw with the bat drone, and she just glides around, like just grapples her way around the city. And of course, my main, Captain Boomerang, has the Speed Force Gauntlet, and every time he throws his boomerang, he teleports. I will say Boomerangs was probably the hardest to get to know, but I actually wound up mastering it in the closed testing, and I was zipping around the city like crazy with my boomerang. It was very satisfying to pull off. There is going to be a skill gap here, and if you're not willing to want to learn traversal, it's probably not going to be fun for you. But once you learn it, like what I did with boomerang, it was extremely satisfying to do. Extremely satisfying. Last but not least, let's talk about the story. Rocksteady is great at crafting stories. Arkham Asylum, City, and Night are some of the best comic book games I've ever played because of how well the story was. Suicide Squad, we got to play a small portion of it. We got to play through 2 boss battles, and we got to see some of the story. I will say this. The story so far has got me invested. The story was phenomenal. It's not as good as the Arkham games, keep in mind, but it's still really good. It's still well written, it's funny, the voice acting and the cutscenes are all phenomenally well done, and the boss fights. My God, they are so much fun, especially Batman's. Batman's boss fight was so intense. I don't want to spoil it. The best way I can describe it, though, is a reverse Predator segment, where you basically get to see how it was for the criminal's point of view in the Arkham games. It's like that. That's about as far as I'm going to go, but it was so well done and so well crafted, and hearing Kevin Conroy's voice again was so nice. You know, I grew up on Kevin Conroy's Batman, and it was nice to hear his voice again in this game. And again, he does a stellar performance as Batman. And it's great to know they also do have a actual tribute to him. You can find a plaque with his name on it. It was really well done. All the voice actors did an incredible job. All of them did great. So far, the story has me hooked. I'm really excited to jump back into it once it comes out. There is a negative here. It's not really a big negative to me. Well, there's two. For one, it is a live service game, which means it could have the same fate as Marvel's The Avengers. This game is actually way better than Avengers. I don't know why people are calling this Avengers 2.0, but this game is nothing like The Avengers, other than it has a loot system. This game is actually like better crafted and respects its source material, unlike Marvel's The Avengers. But unfortunately, due to a lot of the divisive attention this game is getting, we don't know how this game's going to sell. I'm hoping it sells well because it seems like they already have 4 seasons already planned, one of which is involving Gotham, which I'm particularly curious about. I'm just hoping people give it a chance. From what I've read, it's already the top selling. The deluxe edition is already in the top pre-orders on PlayStation, so that's pretty cool. But we don't know how these games are going to go way on down the road. Hopefully, it does well, but that's the chance you take with live service games. Hopefully, they can get those 4 seasons out, because I'm very excited to see what they do post launch. Now, an actual criticism of the game, Metropolis does feel empty. There are times where it does feel lived in, but it's nothing like the feeling of exploring Arkham Knight. It's weird. So like some segments of the map were kind of barren, while others were like full of like monsters to kill and things to explore. It was really weird. I'm hoping they address this with the full launch, because this was an early version that we played. But it does seem like some of the areas are a bit barren. But we won't know again until the launch happens, which I will be doing a review of the game. I pre-ordered my copy. I will be playing it on January 30th when it drops for early access. So, yeah, overall, I had a blast with the closed testing. It was fun. It really turned me around on the game. And I gotta say, Rocksteady did a great looter shooter. As someone who loves looter shooter games, this was probably one of the funner ones I played. While I don't enjoy it as much as Borderlands, to me, nothing will top Borderlands' loot system. This game was a blast. And I really urge you guys to give it a shot. Because, trust me, after playing the closed testing, it did turn me around to the game. And just like all of you, I was skeptical of the game. I wasn't even planning on getting it until I got a chance to play it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below what you guys thought of it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.